Chapter 2. O'Brien is in charge of Winston's torture sessions at the Ministry of Love, and he informs Winston that his crime is the refusal to accept control of history and his memory. O'Brien increases his pain, and he agrees to accept everything that O'Brien wants him to be true. Excuse me. He begins to become compassionate towards O'Brien. He stops the pain inflicted on him, and he begins to convince himself that O'Brien is not the cause of his pain but himself. O'Brien tells Winston that his present outlook is insane, but the torture that he will be subjected to will cure him and bring him to sanity. Winston is informed that the party has perfected the system practiced during the time of Inquisition of the Nazis and the Soviets. The party has learned how to eliminate the enemy without making him a martyr. It converts them and ensures that in the eyes of the people, they cease to exist. Also, how to refuse them the memories that they knew are real. O'Brien gives him the opportunity to ask questions, and he informs Winston that Julia has betrayed him. He also tells him that Big Brother exists and will remain for eternity, but Winston does not exist. Furthermore, he tells Winston that he will never know anything concerning the existence of the Brotherhood. Finally, O'Brien informs Winston emphatically that everyone knows what awaits them in room 101. Winston's horrors are brought to light when he is betrayed by O'Brien and Julia. His tortured, ruined, and every hope he had for a future without the party is destroyed. Winston learns that Goldstein's book is partially written by O'Brien, and that Big Brother exists in the same way that the party exists, eternal, omnipotent. This chapter functions almost exactly as the chapters in the book, which Winston had read earlier in the novel. Both serve to answer the unanswered questions about the party and its ideology. Nevertheless, this chapter sheds more light on some of the things that Winston had wondered about at the beginning. He understands how the party wields its power, but he has never understood why it does so. O'Brien tells him that the party seeks power solely for the sake of power, like the proud woman and the bird that sings merely for singing, as observed by Julia. Consequently, O'Brien tries to make Winston to understand and employ the concept of doublethink. In so doing, Winston will gain salvation of sanity because of the unwillingness to use doublethink. This has been Winston's downfall from the beginning and proves to be his breaking point. Again, the theme of the importance of objective truth is reiterated as Winston takes the position that memory and objective truth must triumph over falsehood because the party cannot destroy memory. O'Brien tries to prove Winston wrong by letting him know that the party is far superior to Nazi Germany and the Russian communists. Unlike those other regimes whose enemies were transformed to martyrs, the party refuses to let go those who have gone astray to be remembered in the collective memory of the living. Through the control of all thoughts, the party maintains its power, a power that will remain eternal. This is Orwell's point that totalitarianism is a trap or a step further into the control of the mind. There is one thing which Winston cannot give up on, and that is the truth.